Infernal greetings, YouTube. This is High Priestess Care from the Canadian Satanic Union. Today we're going to talk about atheistic Satanism. There are various forms of Satanism in today's society. I've been interested in Satanism since I was 8 years old. I had the advantage that many people wish they had. Both of my parents were both involved in Satanism and made it a part of their everyday lives. My father observed my actions and excitement while I was growing up. When he would set up his altar for rituals and call forth to the dark goddesses and the dark gods for assistance as an archetype, we use it as a symbolic representation of thyself, since we all have the ability to use it as good or evil. We choose our own path in life. It is not chosen for us. Unlike most people, we used all natural herbs and ate non-processed food. We believed that it would cause harm to our bodies if we polluted it with chemicals that were in the processed food. Once my parents discovered my interest in Satanism wasn't just a phase, they started introducing me to books and pagan chants. Over time, my interest in Satanism grew. I wanted to learn more. My father explained to me that it wasn't just the faith, and you could not learn everything in one day. He told me it would take me many years of studying and dedication. Once I showed and proved to my father I was ready, I started asking questions about different myths and religions. At age 10, I discovered that Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny were all made-up characters, and that the government used them to scam the general public for their money. My father agreed on that philosophy. When I was 14, I was taught about Christianity and how the supposed Santa Claus was a drinking man who used to kill children. Instead of bringing them toys in his sack, he would carry their body parts. And it was pretty disgusting. If you take a closer look at the story, you will notice that Santa drank from a large bowl. This bowl was called a wassail bowl. The bowl was filled with the blood of the children, and then he poured it on the grounds to harvest his crops for the new year. Isn't this a nice image to teach little children? To me, it sounds like a horror flick. I also discovered that it somehow corresponded with the Christian holiday that is now called Christmas. The funniest part about the Santa Claus character is that he is not and gentle as kind as he probably lets on. Many years later, he actually became the Pope. Isn't that a shocker? It looks like Christianity has a darker side after all. By the time I was 16, I started looking into different religions. My goal was to decipher as many books and Bibles as I could. I would also look and try to figure out a logical explanation on why these books were created and what the purpose was. The thing that actually threw me off from all religion was the fact that there was an immense amount of loopholes and it always seemed to contradict each other. Now I'm going to talk about my definition of religion. My definition of religion is a belief structure that includes a deity. In my opinion, a deity consists of a god, or perhaps a devil, that is man-made to keep people in line and to maintain control over their lives. When it comes to that aspect, I do not praise a deity. I believe solely in thyself. I look at my path in life as a faith, not a religion. To me, a faith is free will and is not spoon-fed to you or sugar-coated to make others feel comfortable. It is up to the individual to seek truth and gain wisdom on his or her own. You cannot expect to have anything handed to you in your life. Every action has a reaction, and 99% of the time, a consequence. Yes, a consequence. The way I perceive things is that if you don't take responsibility for your own actions and mistakes, how are you ever going to learn from your mistakes? No deity will change what you've done or rid you of your faults. So if you're thinking that your God is going to help you out, and if you make a mistake or kill someone, that you can just say, oh God, please forgive me, and it'll go away, it won't. You're always going to live with that guilt. Okay, also, after thinking about this whole God theory, I think all these people that are programmed are the ones that are basically going to fail in their life. Whenever I make a mistake, I usually fall flat on my face. But I don't cry about it, I just pick myself up. Why? Because I take responsibility for my own actions and mistakes. No one, but no one, is going to do it for you. So you might as well do it yourself instead of hoping that some deity is going to do it for you.